producing fire and lightning on the set, that's how I roll. Bringing big pigment to a white flamingo. Bringing big pigment to a white flamingo.
Yo, what's up? It's me, Gunny Kane, right here. The one and only, of course, and the one you'll only know. So I see you've come back to my YouTube motherfucking channel indeed. Yeah, and this time you've come for what exactly? For story time. Yeah, so today I'm gonna be telling you a nice, interesting motherfucking story time. I tell you that shit.
Your time has come.
So before we get started, ensure that you hydrate, you feel. In here, it's lemon water. Be true to yourself, take care of yourself. In the year 2022, moving forward, forget about what happened last year in 2021, what happened in 2020. Fuck those years. Now we're in 2020, motherfucking 2. Yeah. But back to the reason for this video. This finna be an interesting story, you feel. So I hope you lay back, you relax, you grab your popcorn, open your ears really wide, if that makes sense, and listen to the story I'm about to tell you. So this finna be long and interesting, but anyway, I don't know where to really start, because this basically started like in December 2017, you feel, to 2019. So that's basically a whole 2 full years, more or less, yeah. So in December, I don't remember which day exactly, but it was one of those few days, before I went to Cape Town with my gran for like 2017 December holidays. We even spent till Christmas Day, So I was still here at home, and my homies came over for a swim. You see, it's 2 of my homies. So one of them came with his cousin and his girlfriend, you feel. His girlfriend happens to also be my friend, we were all together in the same school, except for his other male homie. So a cousin of mine, So that homie of mine now, he came with his 2 cousins actually, 1 female and 1 male. Those cousins of his were actually siblings, you feel. So now, when he came with both his cousins, I macked on his female cousin, you feel. Yeah, I macked on her for cause she came only twice to my crib, so I asked for a tent, I kind of tried teaching her how to swim. So as I was teaching her how to swim, she allowed me to touch her a certain way, you feel. Like I even touched her ear, yeah. So this her now, she went to my crib to go change. And as she went to my crib to go change, this was when we were done swimming, So she was changing. She was wearing her clothes, you feel. So before, it was after she was done changing, I went in the crib. So it was only me and her in the house, whilst the rest were out here. We were 6 of us, 4 guys and 2 hands. Yeah, 2 hands. So it was basically a big fest. But anyway, that hand now, since it was the both of us in the crib, I attempted to kiss her, but she didn't allow me to kiss her. She did this whilst I was trying to kiss her, you feel. And that time, I was obviously home alone, so that's why I could let people in. Yeah. So now after asking for her tens, you feel, later on now, she now asked me on WhatsApp. She texted me. She's like, I think I asked her, how did you get home safely? She was like, yeah, everything was cool. Then she's like, so why did you wanna kiss me? And then I was like, nah, just. And then she was like, you should have asked though. So now we were young, man. How old was I? I was only 17. So now that hand, as I asked her that question now, I asked her, so if I asked, were you gonna kiss me? Then she's like, yeah. Nigga, like, I was so fucking excited. Like, I was like, yo, yeah, I should have asked. So now, because, I was kind of like, I wasn't deeply into it. To be honest, I felt lonely and hungry, but anyway. So now I think just 2 or 3 days after then, I asked her to come over, you feel. She didn't want to come over because I think she had an idea that, I was like trying to finesse her, I think she could low-key tell, that, because I low-key didn't really have good intentions for her. I just wanted to sleep with her, but again, I was young. So I think she could tell. So now I kept asking her, can we meet? And I only had those few days to meet up with her before I went to Cape Town, you feel. So just the day before I went, 2 days before I went to Cape Town, I asked this hun to meet up. She didn't want to meet up. She actually lied. She was like, and these are one of the things I hate that huns do. Like when you ask them to come over or something, they promise to, but they end up not pitching up, you feel. I'm that type of guy. It's best you just tell me you don't want to do it, not now keep me waiting, and nah, that's fucked up. If you do that shit, you're still childish and you're a bitch. But anyway, so now, so that's what she did, you feel. That's what she did. And I was kind of annoyed. So she promised that she will come, you feel, but she didn't. So I went up to go look for her now. I went out of the crib. So I was like, okay, we can just take a walk on the phone. I was like, we can just take a walk to the park, you feel. It's cool. And then she's like, but why do you want to meet me? Why me of all people? Like, why me? And I'm like, that time I don't want to tell her, but I ended up telling her anyway. I was like, it's because I like you. Then she's like, but we barely even met. She was like, we barely even know each other. We've only met twice. Then I was like, yeah, but still, that don't matter. And then she was like, unfortunately, she doesn't feel the same way for me. I was like, damn. Wait, let me take off my chain. Fuck it. I was like, damn. Like, inside, like, I was so fucking hurt that day, guys. Like, I was so hurt. And moody as fuck. Like, I was so fucking hurt and moody for her to say that. Damn. So now I couldn't meet up with her, you feel. So unfortunately, 2 days later, actually fortunately, I went to my gran, when we went to Cape Town, you feel. Yeah, so in Cape Town, I kept telling her how the vibes are, and I kept telling her I wish she was here so we spend time together, And keep in mind, this hun, I never really liked her that way. I was just feeling lonely, honestly. I just wanted a hun, and someone, to sleep with, basically. That's what I wanted. I feel like I was actually hungry. Yeah, I was hungry, as I said. So now, this hun, I think, as I said, she could low-key tell, but yeah. So when I came back from Cape Town, actually, whilst I was in Cape Town, she posted a screenshot speaking to a friend, but now, on the wallpaper, it's a picture of one of the guys we were chilling with. Yeah, I'd say maybe remember I told you that my other homie that was swimming here, who was related to this Hans' cousin. Nah. That homie wasn't related to this Hans cousin. That's just a mistake. They were just best friends, you feel. So now, this nigga's cousin, the one I like that guy, which is that nigga's homie. You feel? That's how this shit is. So, my bad. My mistake, sorry. So, let's continue.
You get it? If you don't get it, forget about it.
And honestly, like, I don't know about most of you guys now, but like, me, if a han back then, obviously when I was still young, if a han would choose another guy over me, it used to make me feel a certain way. Like, it used to make me feel as if, like, maybe she thinks that guy is better, which sometimes could be, the case. But nah, I grew to realize that we all have, like, our own preferences in people, our own tastes. That Han, firstly, she was from the hood. She was from Free State, a township in Free State. I'm a suburban guy. You feel? I grew up in the burbs, but I used to visit in Soweto. That's the only township I used to visit in. No other township. And Soweto, like, the side, it's like the best township in the whole of Africa. Like, I mean the whole of Africa, not only South Africa. So yeah. So other townships, like, they kind of rural compared to Soweto. So it kind of made sense that because the thing is, us guys, when we're young, we tend to blame ourselves for Hans rejecting us, but not realizing that there's nothing wrong with us. It's the Han, you feel. Sometimes maybe she can tell where the relationship will end up. Sometimes she can tell maybe we might have too many conflicts, you feel, and our differences alone, like. So yeah. So that's what happened. So when I was there in Cape Town, the son, we were speaking still on the phone, cause I was in Cape Town for like 5 days until the 26th of December 2017. Yeah. So we spent Christmas there, my granny and I. Although there were a lot more women I was seeing in Cape Town, way better women, but I knew that I wouldn't be there for a long time, and it's been years not going to Cape Town. That was like the last time I went there. So this Han, when I came back, she was, I think, already in Free State. She used to come like on school holidays and visit my friend here. And she liked my other homie, of course. Well, no, I know I didn't put it properly earlier on. That homie that she liked was a friend of her cousin that she kept visiting, who lives in my hood. You see, who's actually my friend too. So she liked that guy. And now me and that guy, that's the thing about Hans. I didn't realize that if you like my friend and and I like you, we will talk about you. So that guy kept telling me. This was now in Jan 2018, before like schools opened. And in Jan 20, I was fetching my books for grade 11. I was only going to grade 11 then. So now me and that guy, he came with the other homie of mine, which was related to the son. There I was school, to fetch textbooks. So now this guy, he showed me the chats with this Han. The son was literally writing in capital letters how much she loves this guy, how much she was actually showing through her chats how much she was obsessed with this fucking guy. Like, literally, how much she was obsessed with this guy. And me and this guy kind of had a laugh about it, but I won't cap. Inside, I was so fucking jealous on so many levels. Yeah.
No, basadi ba re tshwenya. Ai. Basadi ba re tshwenya straight.
So now this Han, I think she was doing matric now in 2018 as I was doing grade 11, you see. But at her own school in Free State. So I'm here in Gauteng in Johannesburg South. So now this Han, we used to speak a lot on WhatsApp, you feel. So now this Han, there was a time now she asked me, she's like, do I still like her? And I was like, nah. I was like, as a friend, yeah. Because I had already accepted that now this Han rejected me, so she's low-key putting me in the friend zone. However, she seemed a bit interested now. But I kind of think, you know, that was my loss, saying that I'm over her, you know. Time now, there's another friend of mine here from my hood who I used to tell this Han about, and then this guy was like, yeah, I'm gonna text this Han on Facebook, I'm gonna find her. On Facebook, this guy now, he takes the numbers, they speak with this Han. All of a sudden now, this Han is dating this guy. I'm like, nah, fuck that shit. Like, I was so pissed. I think the other guy even ended up exposing him, but not to the Han, you feel, to my other homies. Of which, that was fucked up on me. But now, that guy now, that guy now, so now this Han didn't really like this guy. So this Han, what she did, she texted me, she's like, she sent me, she's like, may I please tell that guy, convince that guy to not go for this Han, or to dump this Han actually, since now they were dating. And then this Han is like, I don't know what was I thinking. I was low-key happy on some, it must end because she must come to me now. But now what I wasn't realizing is that I was also ruining my friendship with that guy now, you see. So this Han basically now, in a way, low-key kind of played us both. So I was hella pissed. Like, I was pissed on so many levels. I think I even ended up blocking her. I never spoke to her for a while. But when I unblocked her, I saw she used to sometimes, you know, post me on her status saying that she misses me, you know. But that time I'm confused. I'm like, I thought you didn't like me. So now, this was December 2018 now, when she finally came again after the longest time to come and swim over here. See, the same squad was here. The guy she liked, not the guy she dribbled, the guy she liked, her cousin, her male cousin, but this time she didn't come with her brother, you feel. And that male cousin of hers, that same girlfriend when they were still together, was here too. So now this one, I remember now, I was like low-key over her, you feel. But now when she was changing now, I even saw her bra and I was like, shit. Looking at her on some, damn. But now that day, I think she was aware that I was still pissed because she was quiet and never spoke much. So after swimming, she went to my crib. She asked to change in my crib. I'm like, nah, you're gonna change right out here or outside the gate, because you know what she did. She looked at me funny, and then the people were like, you know, my homies were like, nah bro, just let her change it, don't be like that. So I let her in the crib and she changed, and then I locked the butler while she changed, you know, I locked the door. When she was done, I went in, I confronted, I'm like, you know that shit you did with me and my other homie was fucked up. I didn't like it. Then she's like, what you talking about? I was like, oh, you don't know what I'm talking about? Then let's go to that guy's house, the guy you played. Now that guy is also chickening out. He doesn't want to come out and go to his crib. So now this Han also goes back home with my cousins. I mean, nah, man, what am I with her cousin, which was my homie, like, you know, things I don't want to mention names, and you know, like, when I mention names, it's gonna, like, you know, I don't want to expose them. But yeah, they went home, so I came back walking with my homie's girlfriend, which was my friend, you know, and then we were speaking about this, you know, like, I kind of did cause drama that day, but I was pissed. Like, no one plays with Gunny, the one and only fucking king. But I salute her because that's the only Han who ever played ever in my fucking life. I've never been played by a hand. You know, it's always the other way around. Well, it was back then, the other way around, you know. The thing is, this is how the universe operates, you know, how you treat people. If you're a guy that's used to playing girls, one day, just only one day, you are also, you know, gonna be a victim. You'll find that one girl will dribble the shit out of you, my nigga. One day, even if it's 10 years or 20 years from now, trust me. So now, this hand, I remember even when I confronted her, I was even speaking Vernac, you feel? Yeah, I was speaking Sotho, so I was like to this hand, yeah, when I then she was like, I'm like, but after that day, she did try cutting me off, you feel? And of which I didn't mind. I was like, fuck it, you know. I had already moved on after that day. But 2 weeks later, she DMs me now. She's like, Gani, it's me. I'm very sorry for what I did, but I'd like us to discuss it. You kind of scared me that day. That was my first time seeing that angry side of you, you know. Because I remember that day, like, when she was done changing, I literally locked her in. Like, I was in the crib with her, confronting her, you know, like trying to show her who I am. I wasn't gonna abuse her, nah, I don't abuse women, I don't hit women, nah. But I just wanted to confront on something. Nah, what she did was fucked up, you feel, and she won't get away with it. I wanted to show her that she won't get away with it. And I think she tried, when I locked her in, now she tried also. I came out of the crib, locked the door. She tried opening it, so when I actually locked the butler, you feel. So now when she was trying to fight me, you know, like trying to open the door, one of her nails fell out, and of which I didn't care because she deserved it. Like, no one does that. Like, you don't play a guy. Yeah, but I did deserve it, you know, kinda, yeah. Of which I didn't realize, but what she did though was fucked up. So now she also wanted to take my key, open the butler herself, which was like, you know, I was like, what you doing? Like, you know, I am strong, so you won't be able to win this trying to wrestle me to open the door. Like, you know, I'm strong at the end of the day. But she acknowledged that she did shit, you know, to both me and my homie. Cause like she literally dribbled the poor guy, man, like, but at the same time she dribbled me, so she dribbled both of us. Hey, that's fucked up. But now at the same time she still liked that guy, you feel? She still liked that guy. The other guy who also happened to be my homie too. Like, man, this thing was just too complicated, man. Like, it was weird and complicated on so many levels. Like, this shit was trippy. You could tell we were all young, yeah. But as she texted me, you know, 2 weeks later, she spoke. She kept, you know, like, she pretended as if she liked me. That time I'm like, nah, I'm not a fool. I know this son doesn't like me at all. I think she was low-key trying to make it up to me. But deep inside she knew that, you know, she didn't like me at all. In that way, especially. And the reason why I say I deserved it, especially the treatment she gave me, was because in reality, as I said, I just wanted to sleep with her, so I got what I deserved. But yeah, we did become friends, you know, but we were still vibing a bit, you know. In 2019, I think, in like it was around March or April 2019, when she came to visit my homie again, this side. So we took a walk, you know. And this time, that was the very first time, you know, she never like turned me down. Because every time I'd ask her to meet, she'll never pitch up. I'll be there waiting for her like a motherfucking idiot. Or at least that day, shit didn't, you know, shit didn't like turn me down. So we took a walk that day, and we even, you know, at the end of the day, we even kissed, you feel. And I understood why all along she didn't want to kiss me. Like, a kissing game was trash. I don't know how her previous boyfriends were, you know, how she kissed them, but with me, like, her son couldn't kiss. You know how, like, you know how fucked up it is when you can taste the hand's saliva whilst kissing it? Like, that's so fucked up. But that hand, nah. Now I see why she didn't want to kiss him. So from there, we were still talking as friends until she had a boyfriend again in 2019. Yeah, she eventually had a boyfriend again in 2019. But that was my matric year now in 2019. The last time we spoke, I think it was around my matric dance. So now on my matric day, on my matric dance day, this Han, on MD, this Han, she now texted me saying how much she feels left out. Time our matric dance was in September 2019. In Jan, I remember she was like the first Han I wanted to take on my matric dance. But unfortunately, it was understandable why she couldn't come, because, you know, she was back in Free State. She was like in University of Free State. Time, she's only like a year younger. So how old was she then in 2019? She was only 18 then, I was 19. But she was doing her first year, you know, like, but anyway, that's hard. And that day inside, I'm like, yeah, she deserves it. Yeah, she must feel left out. Because every time she keeps turning me down, so she must feel left out. After then, I don't know what happened, but I think I did eventually, you know, cut her off forever. Because I don't remember even speaking to her around November or December 2019. I had moved on. Like, even the Hans from my high school, I deleted 95% of them. I deleted them. I never spoke to them ever fucking again. Because, you know, life, you move on, man, in life. You meet better people. And, you know, like, my high school, man, the Hans, mentally, they were fucked up, all of them. I don't know what was going on with them, but anyway. Like, I know sometimes, you know, when I make such videos, like story times, you know, of which this is only like my second story time. I don't normally do such videos. Trust me, in real life, to my close homies, they sound more funny because they would know who I'm talking about. But to y'all, I don't really expose names like that, you feel, because I also, like, respect people's identities, you feel. So, though I know you wouldn't know them, but still, like, I know they wouldn't be happy, because some of these people I'm talking about in this video, they kind of view my videos, you feel, my YouTube videos, so they wouldn't be so happy hearing this. But I think they would know, low-key, I'm talking about them. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the story. Give a thumbs up, you know. Leave a like, share, comment, subscribe. You know, guys, like, by the end of this year, I hope to have reached over 1K subscribers, you feel. So, guys, please support your boy. Please support. Share this to your homies, to your families, to your, you know, your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your hoes, your sugar daddies, your sugar mommies, whoever the fuck you can, your dog, your cat, whoever. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.
For this, keep on pushing every hour and sacrifice my time. This is my passion, I would die for this and even pay a price for this. Hip hop music, my destiny, man, I would never fight for this. No one can hold me back, man, I am Mercury, you're off for this. Keep on pushing every hour and sacrifice my time.